Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is my very first book review for 2021. That's when I'm recording this video. And one of my goals for this year is to read a total of 36 books. So one way for me to keep myself accountable is by doing a book review for you guys, talking a little bit about the book, why I picked it, and kind of just some takeaways from the book, and then if I would recommend my viewers, you guys, to read it. So the first book that I picked out, I actually picked up at Goodwill, and it was like $7, and it is Never Play Dead, How the Truth Makes You Unstoppable, and it is by Tomi, I'm assuming it's Lahren, is how you pronounce her last name. If you don't know her, she is the pretty blondie, and she has the Facebook video Final Thoughts, and she does work for Fox News and has a couple of various different shows on there. And the biggest reason why I wanted to pick up this book is mostly for the cover. So just that catchphrase of how the truth makes you unstoppable. I've watched a lot of Tomi's like Final Thoughts video. She is she talks about politics is the primary thing that she does talk about, and she is very blunt and she is very honest about who she is and what she stands for. So that's the biggest thing that I was interested in reading this book and seeing what her views are and what her takeaways are for her life lessons. So I have a little jotted down some notes about a couple of different things that I like about the book. I have them in no specific category whatsoever, so we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. So, like I said before, Tomi has her own Facebook show called Final Thoughts, and right now she does work for Fox News, but she does talk about her stepping stones along the way, how she's also worked for One America and The Blaze, and where she worked at, what she did during college as well. There is one quote in there that really stuck out to me, and she said it or Glenn Beck said it, one of the two. Those are the two people that I'm going to credit this quote for, is don't be a shooting star, be the sun. And essentially is don't strive for the 5 seconds of fame. You want to be legendary in the industry or what you're known for being a person. You should always be kind to people. You should never be mean or hasty, no matter what people do to you. Also, that life comes with a lot of uncertainty. So in this book, there's an entire section about how, and the process of her lawsuit with the Blaze when they had terminated her, and how just living with that uncertainty, not having a job, and how that worked with her personal mental being state, whatever, that's what I'm gonna call it. And kind of just like riding the wave of what God is going to path for her. She is a Christian and she prays to God and believes in that. I personally am not very religious, so I kind of don't take all of that. I kind of just take it for what it is, essentially. And also with riding the wave is when Tomi is being completely honest, blunt, and truthful. I've seen it many times on Twitter and Facebook. You get a lot of backlash. You get a lot of comments, you get a lot of hate, and that is kind of, it just comes with the territory when you're being honest and truthful. And really, honestly, it doesn't really matter what people say. You only have control over who you are, truly how you feel. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. It doesn't matter what other people say about you. And the only thing that you can control is who you are, what you do, how you act, and how you react to other people. So by far, this is like a really good book. I really enjoyed reading it. It took me about 2 weeks. When I was reading, I really spent majority of my days reading it. I didn't really want to put it down. However, I did have other priorities of other things I needed to get done. And then I could keep reading this book. I just spent like the last 15 minutes just finished reading it. And yes, definitely recommend reading it if you are a young woman, or if you just want to have a book just to learn more about like corporate, having confidence. I recommend this book. And then I'll also just really quickly just read the back because I didn't do that before. So it says, take it from someone who is labeled too controversial on a daily basis. When you live, stand, and speak without fear, everything changes. If that's controversial, so be it. I don't care. I'm going to stand up for the average American, ranchers, farmers, veterans, the military, our flag, and yes, our national anthem. So I'm going to ruffle feathers and ignite debate. I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm going to inspire you to do the same. But I'm not going to tell you how to think. I don't even want you to think like me. I just want you to think for yourself. So this is the book. Definitely, like I said, recommend it. And that's kind of all I have for this book review. If you do like it, give this video a thumbs up.